Hi everybody, welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Robert Trainum. As always, thank you very much for joining us. We're here on location at the Florida League of Cities Conference in Hollywood, Florida. And joining me now is Lisa Tropepe, Commissioner of the Town of Palm Beach Shores. Madam Commissioner, welcome to the program.
Hi, thanks, Robert.
Let's talk for a few moments about this very challenging economic situation that towns and municipalities find themselves in. Here you have the national economy kind of chugging along very slowly. Millions of people are unemployed or underemployed, 8.2% unemployment rate.
Right.
Things are tough out there. How do you manage that in the context of running a city?
It's extremely difficult. For the last 6 years, many of our municipalities in the state of Florida, and a lot more in South Florida, are seeing continued declines in revenue. Now, Robert, revenues are based on property values, and in order for a city to maintain itself, to sustain itself, to provide the services that everyone has come to enjoy, we have to rely on the appraisals of properties. So let me give you an example. In the last 10 years, from 2002 to 2012, home values in South Florida, say for an example, a home costing about $150,000. In 2006, that same home was $300,000. So we were doing very well to sustain ourselves. At that point, we were providing services that everyone has come to love and enjoy. Unfortunately, that same $150,000 house that was $300,000 is now back down to $150,000. So the difficult thing for us as elected officials in local government is, how do you provide these services when we lost half of our revenue? And that's basically it in a nutshell.
And of course, a lot of the residents are saying, well, wait a minute, I want our parks to be open. I want the park to be clean. I want to make sure that when I call 911, God forbid, is that obviously the police, the first responders will get there in a timely fashion. How do you prioritize when everything is a priority and you do not have a lot of resources? How do you do that?
It's extremely difficult. It's extremely difficult.
Do you have to manage the expectations of the residents, of your
Absolutely, and they're the voters. So how do you appease everybody? You know, you have to look at priorities. One of the great things about the Florida League of Cities is this year, one of the things we're looking at is pension reform. Because not only did we lose revenue, pensions in this state are so high we can't sustain them. And so the Florida League has taken an active role with respect to pension reform.
Anytime you say that, I'm sure the viewers at home and your constituents, they're saying, "Oh, don't touch with my retirement."
Don't touch with my retirement. I know it's a very difficult balance, and when times are tough, things aren't as fun as they used to be. So we have to try to balance it.
Sure.
In South Florida, on a somewhat of a regional standpoint, municipalities have been looking at each other to kind of work together to provide services together. We've been doing some outsourcing where private industry can come in and provide the services
at a cheaper
rate.
Sure.
So we've been doing things like that.
We have about 25 seconds left. Very quickly, how do you communicate the cuts, the pushback in services, whatever you want to call it? How do you communicate that best to your constituents?
Basically, we have to spend the time prioritizing. Public safety comes first, so let's look at that and then see what we have left over so that we can provide the quality of life that everybody is expected to have.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
And of course, thank you for joining us for this edition of Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Robert Trainum. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next time. Take care.